Hi everyone, this is TechKenny. Welcome to our first episode about DUI for your car. First of all, today's DUI will be on replacing a battery for your E60, which is a BMW ranging from 2004 5 Series to 2009, I believe. Okay, so first of all, the battery that you need would be a 94R. That's the battery size that I'm going to use. The nice thing about this battery is it has a vent hole, and I think it will fit in your E60 really well. So this is the one that I got at Sam's Club for about $98. A lot cheaper than Napa Auto Parts. Okay, coming over here, I'll show you what to do to find the battery. Your old battery is in your rear trunk. To access your battery, first you have to lift this panel up, and then go ahead and remove this right side panel, and that exposes your battery. To access your battery, first you need a 13mm nut, and you can unscrew. There's two bolts that are here. There's one here, and there's another one right there. Just easily unscrew them first. Okay, those guys. Take out this bar. What's next is there's gonna be a screw that's gonna be right here, and I already unscrewed that, which is right here. See that? So you just need a Phillips screwdriver, unscrew that. Okay. Alright, so now return with your 13mm wrench, this, and then you're gonna first unscrew the black terminal, which is rested right over here. And then so what it is, it's a very easy process. You unscrew that, and what I did, I protected the black terminal with a gloves followed by a socks, so that it doesn't touch the body or the nuts while I undo the red, because if it does, then you create a spark, which can be a dangerous situation. So I double cover it just to be safe. Alright, so if I were you, I'd do the same thing. Alright, so now we move on to unscrewing and removing the red terminal. So what you have to do is you have to just pop this cap open very gently using a 13mm. Unscrew this nut. Alright, put the nut aside, pop this cap, the inner cap. Alright, this is a 10mm nut, so put in a 10mm nut and then unscrew that. And if you are confused on any one of these parts, or if this is your first time, I advise you to watch the video a second time to get a better perspective of what to do before you now. So again, wrap this around just for safety. Well, it's actually pretty clean, but you know, you never know. And you want to prevent sparks. Spark is going to cause you to be very scared, and that might prevent you from doing any of these projects in the future. So, okay, so I'm going to try to go ahead and lift off the battery. I know there's a little tube right here, so I'm going to have to disconnect that tube. This is the vent tube, and so to disconnect the vent tube, you just gently pull it out, and there it is. It comes out. See that vent tube? Make sure you disconnect that vent tube before you lift off your battery. So to lift the battery, just use this two handle and just gently remove it off. Size are a lot different, which means that the BMW, they have higher crank. But if you're trying to find the best OEM replacement, this one actually works okay. The reason why I chose this and not the 49 group, even though the 49 group has the same crank amp, is because this is designed for BMW. It's a little shorter. That's a little less crank amp, but it works just fine. You buy it at Walmart or Sam's, you get a 3-year warranty, 8-year prorated. This cap right here is to plug this hole. So what you do, the nice thing about 94R is the vent tube lines up just fine. See how the vent tube lines up? Which is really nice. If you buy the 49, you're gonna have to mod a tube that goes to here, because the 49 group has a vent tube that's right here. Okay, so you clog it with your available vent tube, which is used to plug or clog the second vent tube, which is right over here on the right side. Okay, so you clog it with your available vent tube right now. So we're gonna go ahead and put this in. Notice that the size is different, so we're gonna have to mod it. So you lower the battery. We connected these. See the vent tube now, the vent hole should now be connected. Very important process. Okay. And there you go. So I connected the vent hole. I'm not gonna try to go ahead and first I'm gonna try to go. You can let that go, okay? You can let that go. I'm gonna try to go ahead and secure my battery first. So before I do anything, because I need to mod it to get this to fit right. So how does this go? How does this go? Alright, so maybe it goes like this. Okay. Like that. Alright. I made this video because I was trying to look for a video on how to install a battery and I couldn't come across one. It's not hard, it's just, you know, if you have a video, then it's a lot quicker to complete the job, and that's why I did it for you guys. Alright, so basically insert this in here. Simple process, right? Nothing too hard. Shouldn't have to bring this to a dealer and pay an arm and a leg, you know. Something you can surely do by yourself and save some money. If I were you, I would. Okay. So now it's just a process of reconnecting the all the connectors. First of all, the red goes in first, very important. Okay, so but we're gonna make sure that this is a plus, so that we don't connect the wrong connectors. Not sure what that's gonna do, but I've never done it and I don't want to do that. So the nice thing about is this compartment is designed to hold a lot of different battery size. So even though this is the smaller one, but the bracket is removable to actually to accompany the change in the size. So that's really cool. So we're gonna go ahead and first put in our 10mm nuts to tighten that. So this goes in here. You can probably do this in 10-15 minutes if you know what you're doing. Running through this video one time, and that should really give you an idea on what to do. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and tighten this in, and I'm gonna run this in quick too. Okay, I try to make it tight. Okay, that's pretty tight. Now this goes in here. This is gonna go in there. Okay. All right, so that goes in there. And by the way, if you like what you saw, leave me a comment. Let me know if I'm doing anything wrong, or let me know if this was helpful. I just want to know. I mean, it just motivates me to make more videos, I guess, for your benefit. Okay, I think that was pretty tight, just to make sure. 15 to 20 pounds of torque might be too much, but it's a safety procedure. Close those caps. Look at the battery, it's still moving around, so we're gonna have to reposition our brackets right here to accompany the difference in size. Alright, so just move it over a little bit. You might have to remove the bracket and then insert the nuts in the appropriate location, and then reposition this thing again. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put the black terminal back on. But why don't we just put the bracket in, switch it off this. And let's hope that this will hold the battery. When you're installing an aftermarket battery, you never know. But it does seem to notice that there is a difference in size, but it does hold. First, and then we can talk more. Now, there might be some sparks here, but the spark should be pretty normal. See? Spark should be normal. Okay, just as long as you don't touch the red, you should be okay. Don't touch the red. You touch the red, you get shocked. Okay, tighten this nuts. What I do, but you don't have to do this. You don't have to do this once again, but this is what I do to accompany the difference in size. See, I kind of make sure that I like a tight fit, and I hate when I hear this rattling in the trunk. So I'm gonna go ahead and mod this a little bit so that it can give us that satisfaction ratio. Alright, has been working for me in the past with motorcycle battery. When it doesn't fit, I do this. It's a bit ghetto for a BMW, but it works, So it's up to you guys. Do it at your own risk, kind of thing, like that. This is to prevent your battery from moving around, which is pretty important, I would say. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get the nuts here. What's the nuts? Oh, right here. Okay, now I know that some people there have been discussion about registering the battery. My personal opinion, you don't have to. And by the way, if this is your girlfriend's car, don't tell her that you're making this mod, because they hate seeing mod like this where nothing, where it's not factory, and they, you know, doesn't make them feel very comfortable, you know. So just be very sensitive, be careful. Make sure the tube doesn't get crushed, because the tube is very important for ventilation purposes. So if it does get crushed, then that could be a problem. Alright, so I think that's it. I'm going to try to start the car, make sure it starts, make sure that the battery works well, and then we'll, I think that's it. Okay, put everything back together, and that should be it. Good luck with your car. Leave me a comment, let me know how things goes, if there's anything wrong or there's any update that you want to share, let me know. Thanks, bye.